Okay, today we're going to be talking about qtcinderella and how much of a bitch she is. And not just that, but a hypocrite and a pogger streamer. Alright, what a better place to start than here. It's just her crying. Like she always does, because she's a bitch.
And I Google the bacteria in Texas. Turns out a girl just died from it like a day earlier.
Holy fuck, I gotta turn down the sound.
So now, as an anxious OCD person, I'm losing my goddamn mind. Like, you guys don't understand. I get home and I start sobbing.
You don't understand. I get home and I start sobbing. This is crazy. I'm a pogger streamer, by the way.
Like,
Oh, what's the matter? You gonna cry?
I'm trying to explain the story and I'm not trying to like get emotional, but I want you guys to
Seriously, she's getting emotional about this.
understand this because I think it's important, okay?
This is important? The only thing that seems to be more important is your career and how much you're about to fall off.
So, I get home from Texas and I start sobbing. Like, sobbing my eyes out because I'm convinced at that point, like, I'm convinced that I'm gonna fucking die. Like,
Someone needs to make this a clip.
that I'm gonna fucking die. Convinced that I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I'm just convinced because that's what hypochondria does to you. It doesn't stop. It does not fucking.
Then get help. Alright, now it's time to read some comments. Because, always gotta sort by newest first, so you get everything. Alright, that's looking to revisit the clip of her crying about AI. This is pretty good. That's a like. LMAO is titled a W, that's a like. That's a dislike. Dumb title read for no reason. That's dislike. I'm not gonna reply, but we can give it a nice little dislike. Girl knows how to make drama money. That would be a like. Every time qtcinderella cries, an angel gets his wings. That would get 100 likes if it could. The way a man posted this, no, that's like 1,000 dislikes. Cry about it, that's a like. Good, that's another like. It's not a like nor dislike. W. That would be like. Goddamn, people really used to hate QT. That's dislike. That's like. That's like. That's dislike. That's like. Yeah, it's like. That's dislike. That's dislike. Yeah, that's like. That's like. That's. Dislike. I can't decide. It's not a like nor dislike. She needs massive help. That's 1,000 likes. That even gets a reply. That gets a fax. regular life that gets a dislike, that gets a go to their channel and highlight their public
The thing about
playlist
favorites is
and highlight how cringe it is. Street. Look at this garbage. This is the qtcinderella fan. This is what they watch.
okay.
Look at this. This is what they like. Minecraft.
Hey, what's going on?
Her fans are about 7 years old. There we go. That's done. That's kind of out of context. It's gonna come up later. That gets a like. That gets a like. Like. Imagine saying someone needs help, then getting upset by a comment you post. That's dislike, cause that's base. That's a base move right there. Motherfuckers don't know about double VPNs nowadays, unless that's its actual location. That'd be a like. It's a like. Can't like. Well, I mean, literally you can, but it's shitty to like your own comments. So that finishes off that. Here's another one for the montage while we're at it. Well, not for the montage, for the video.
I think it's more likely.
That's what I'm saying, Rem.
Like, this is
all
a
you do
stupid
talk
argument.
circles. No, it's not.
How am I talking in circles? I'm able
You
to
just said
justify
a
every single thing I
stupid
say.
Look, I don't even care about what the debate's about or who wins. I mean, I know I could go look for the debate, but that doesn't matter. What matters here is her reaction, because she's not losing anything significant in this.
Argument again. It's just annoying when all I try to do is keep up with you, and all you do is call me stupid.
She feels this. She's going racist streamer over this. She's having a full-blown racist streamer moment.
I'm
that's
sorry that
annoying.
you feel this way, but I'm very well. Like I'm not gonna sit here and.
Nah, whoever this is, just for that, they're a Chad. Whatever, I don't care about anything else about them. Just for that alone, they're a Chad.
You know, she is ultimately. I'm sorry that I've offended her.
Well, maybe some points are taken back for apologizing, but still.
I'm sorry that she feels that way.
You just gave the same apology that Bella did earlier. I'm sorry if you're offended.
Well, no, because I literally am. Because she has come on here. She says stupid takes. She says really offensive things that
Just say the word. Retarded.
harm.
Alright, here's the next one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ass is okay, alright? Might not be as good as Ludwig's, but it's pretty good.
Sexualizing herself willingly. That's a 1 right there.
And I thought it'd be really, really funny to tweet out the same exact photo and say checkmate. And like, I think all of you would think it
Also, look at those fucking horse teeth. What the fuck?
was funny, but there's like, probably like 10
She looks the fucking.
jerk offers in this chat.
Jerk offers. Sounds like something Christian would say.
That would like save it and like, you like, be like, oh, so hot.
Like, as previously stated, 4 out of 10 at best. best. But with those buck teeth, I think it's more like a 2 out of 10.
So I'm like sad that the jerk offers ruined my life.
If they ruined your life, and you make $8,000 a year, I think you lost their life.
I've talked about this before. Being a woman on the internet is so fucked up. I literally pay $2,500 a month. A month, chat. I don't
Wow, that's a lot of money. Notice the emphasis on how I said it twice. Wow.
even make, you guys saw how much ad revenue I make. I don't even make that in ads. I have to pay $2,500 a month just to get jerk offer photos deleted off of Tumblr and shit.
This is your choice. You're choosing to do that. You could leave those photos there. This is your choice. You're choosing to waste $2,500 a month on getting rid of photos when you could just leave them. And besides, all you have to, you can never get rid of them. They're just deep on, you know, certain websites that start with an M and a T and can't be named.
Because these guys will take a screenshot of me bending over and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna come. And I'm like, bruh, like I was...
Most of them are doing it just to fuck with you. No one really wants to sexualize you. They're just doing it because you can't handle it and not react to it. If you just didn't react to it, no one would do it.
I was just getting cookies out of the oven. Like, why are you like that?
It's the new meme. If I was just getting cookies out of the oven, why do you like that?
Like, if someone doesn't want to be sexualized, why are you like that? Like, if someone doesn't want to be sexualized, why do you have to sexualize her?
If someone doesn't want to be sexualized, why do you have to sexualize her? Roll the montage.
What the? You kiss
What the? Oh
Kiss cutie! Kiss cutie!
Whoa!
What?
What? You and I kissed one time.
Come on!
I'm sorry.
You want to be a star?
Yeah, it was awful.
It was. Oh, you're a terrible
creator camp.
This is what happened.
She's a terrible kisser.
No, this was so funny. We kissed at shit camp, and then I said, Austin's a terrible kisser, and he got all pissed, and then he pivoted, and he was like, "You're a horrible kisser."
Yeah,
we
she
both
was spitting.
puckered our lips
It was awful.
tighter than assholes.
Yeah, she was using like
I wasn't spitting.
crazy amount of tongue. It was awful.
The fuck?
It was just
We went like this,
like I was like it was like kissing a lizard.
Yourself.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You are never getting in that box.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that's about the only time I'll ever do. And that's defend this, you know, word that starts with a J. Balding, overweight, bastard, H3H3.
Why? Why? What is going on with you?
I'm sorry, don't mind me.
If you were able...
First, we gotta highlight this right here. They're watching her they're watching her cry, which you should already just be laughing at that. That's enough to make any reasonable person laugh. But then, why he's really laughing, he's not laughing at her crying. He's laughing at the inappropriate timing of the song that they're playing. And that's not bad. It's not that offensive. Actually, it's not offensive at all.
Hi.
Being seen sexually?
So we're just gonna skip past that part so that happens, and then
Going back to this documentary,
after some sort of backlash.
and it wasn't illegal at the time. It's right. I
Skip here.
You know why you're here, so let's talk about Atrioc.
Alright, let me start by putting this video on ×2, because this bastard is gonna give me cancer if I have to watch him for more than 5 minutes. Gotta put that shit on it too.
Normally when I make a mogul mail, it's a pretty simple process. I just find a topic I'm interested in, I do research on the topic, and I give my take. That's it. But for the first time ever, I felt pressure to make this video. It hasn't even been 48 hours since Atrioc, one of my friends, was revealed on stream alt-tabbing, which exposed that he paid for a deepfake porn website of streamers, of his coworkers, of pretty much every woman you can think of on Twitch or YouTube. My girl.
Why is that so bad? It's not even real. Even if it was. When they do the things that they do, they create a market. Therefore, it's their fault. If they weren't creating a market, these things wouldn't happen. And I'm not saying just something like, oh, it's the way they're dressed. I'm saying if you deliberately talk about your sexual experiences, every video you make, this is what happens.
Girlfriend included. Now, he did say in his apology that, you know, it was a video of someone he didn't know in real life, but I don't really think the nuance matters. Some people were mad at me in my DMs and they tweeted at me that I've taken so long to make this video, but I hope you get that I prioritized being a boyfriend to my girlfriend, who's had a very shit past couple of days, over being...
That's her choice. She... Honestly, if you were smart, you would divorce her. It's not divorce, but you would break up with her and do something better with your life. Get someone that's actually attractive, and not someone that looks like the fucking lemur from Madagascar.
Like mogul male guy. But then when I sat down to think of like, okay, what am I supposed to say here? What is my take? It didn't feel like there was any other take to have than the one being expressed by all the women online. So rather than tell you a random dude's opinion,
All the women online. You with that hair too. You kind of
on all this,
for that hair, you looks like a homosexual.
I figured I would just show you some of the tweets that I thought were poignant and powerful and read them together. Starting with Pokey, who said, "Stop sexualizing people."
You think Pokemon's tweets are good? I think it's about time you take a 1943 German train ride.
Without their consent. That's it. That's a tweet. Which I don't really even understand. But you would have a different opinion. If someone doesn't want to be sexualized and they don't consent to it, they shouldn't be sexualized. Next tweet.
No, that's not true. If they make content willingly sexualizing themselves, that standard does not apply. It only applies if they're not willingly sexualizing themselves on purpose.
Was from Ray, who said it should be illegal to profit off of somebody's likeness in sex work without consent, whether it's fake or not. Talking about it will bring those sites more attention, but I hope this helps take a step forward in the right direction so that a law can be made to protect people from being used in this way, which is a good point. Not only are these women not consenting, somebody is profiting, so no one can...
But seems like the type of person that if a woman so much as made sexual advances towards him, he would scream, "Oh my God, rape, help!"
In this video, try to see what all was going on there. Next tweet is from Sweet Anita, who said, "This story was how I found out that I'm on this website. I literally choose to pass up millions by not going into sex work, and some random Cheeto-encrusted porn addict solicits my body without my..."
She gets a fair pass on that. Like, for her, she doesn't deliberately, willingly sexualize herself, so she can say these things.
Instead, don't know whether to cry or lapse in judgment to not only go to this porn website, but pay for this porn website. But then leaking it on stream caused a whole new world of harm, because so many new people were exposed to this idea and then went out to seek what this idea was, to seek deepfake porn.
As they should.
Not only that, a bunch of women, because this was leaked, found out they were on the website. And if you don't know, my girlfriend and many other women pay sometimes thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a month just to make sure that, like, random photos of them being...
Yeah, they're willing to stop spending that money. They could use that towards much better if they just realize if you talk about sexual things, you're going to be sexualized. And just either don't talk about it or accept that you're being sexualized if you do so.
Being sexualized are not on the internet. They pay money, which is not part of their job description, just so that it doesn't exist. And it's a lot different, by the way, because I've seen this take float around, if it's a woman being sexualized than a man. And I think you can probably understand, like, how that was created over the past couple of centuries of humanity, where...
Ew, sexism. Ew, sexist. He looks like he's not had a single erection in his entire life. Look at this. He literally looks like a virgin. Or homosexual. That's the only two things I can believe.
Or, you know, my balls being leaked is a funny thing, and then a woman's boobs being leaked leads to, like, you know, a bunch of teenage kids, acne-faced kids jerking off. I think you can probably understand that. QD also had a good point, something that most people wouldn't have perspective on. The amount of body dysmorphia I've experienced since seeing these photos has ruined me. It's not as simple as...
Really? That's where you're gonna come out with. That's gonna be the cope. That's your cope of the day here.
As just being violated, it's much more than that. Because at the end of the day, it's a deepfake. It's not you, but also it's what this person who made the AI deepfake is, like, projecting on you, but it's not. It's weird. It's weird. Brooke said, seeing some...
Yeah, just as weird as that. Just as weird as that homosexuality, buddy.
Awful takes regarding this deepfake situation. We're all real humans. Real lives are affected by situations like these. It goes much further than it's not real. Please have treated like actors were treated like a decade or two ago, where they're not people. They're the mega rich actor, fake George Clooney or Jennifer Lawrence or whatever. But streamers are so much easier to access. One, so it's much easier to hurt them. And two, so many more of them. And they are not all rich, famous. Some are just doing it as the only job that they like and can do. And there's not a lot of humanity in the interactions that I see with streamers. Maya had a really powerful screenshot tweet here that said, in 2018, I was inebriated at a party, and I was used for a man's sexual gratification without my consent. Today I've been used by hundreds of men for sexual gratification.
So today you're gonna use...
Not all men.
So you're gonna compare physical rape to deepfakes. Okay. We have reached a new low in society.
Not me. And congrats. The bar was on the floor, but you weren't a weird fucking creeper. But you could also, understand that it's almost always a man. Like the dude who made the site, a man. The dude who leaked the site and paid for it, a man. Everyone who probably from that leak paid for the site, also likely men. Like disproportionately to women 100 times over. And I feel like it's okay to acknowledge that and use that information positively. And I want to end with this Medium article written by Josie, which I thought was really poignant, which said, Atrioc apologized for viewing the deepfakes, and maybe he was telling the truth when he said it was a one-off mistake. A rabbit hole, he tripped and fell down. I don't know if that makes it.
Alright, why the fuck are you wearing AirPods in 2020? Apple earbuds in 2020. Well, I guess 2023. Yeah. Why the fuck are you wearing wired Apple buds? Like, why the fuck is he... The fuck you look like that?
Is it better? Doesn't matter? Is morbid curiosity a valid excuse for violating the privacy of people you know? How many women were unknowingly used as feature models on the site? Does the apology make up for sending an army of men to stare at every single woman on the site? Judy had a good analogy. Yeah, of course, he did not mean to send an army of men to the site. But you also don't mean to get into a car crash. That still doesn't mean that it's not a fucked up situation and the pain from that car crash hurts. Ultimately, it's not really about Atrioc. He's just another man.
That doesn't make any sense. Think about a car crash compared to that. You say an accident. You're comparing to something that someone did. From what you're trying to say, that doesn't make any sense, buddy. Make that make sense.
Partaking in the problem. It's about men feeling entitled to every part of a woman online and the desire to consume so much that they're willing to rob women of their personhood. It's about the men who will defend him because they see nothing wrong with viewing women as solely vessels for their pleasure. It's worth reading all of that. I'll put it in the description. And any more of the tweets from the women who are streaming or who are on this website or who are part of what happened here.
Let's see. Does he keep his word? Oh, he did. Could have made fun of him some more.
I don't want to be a defender of Atrioc. That's not what I want to do. I do.
You should want to defend your friend.
Do believe, maybe naively, as the guy who's been scammed for $50,000, that he isn't a shady, seedy person.
I was scammed for $50,000. My name's Ludwig. I'm a homosexual. By the way, I'm also a simp.
Who's secretly jacking off to my girlfriend. I don't think that's that guy. I think he fucked up. But sometimes that's enough. One fuck up is enough. And I just hope from here he just takes all the steps and all the actions, to make it better. That there's some good that comes out of this because of the guilt and remorse he feels and how he views his tweet about how.
Alright, I think that's all we need. Let's do a reaction to this one. Add that in.
Today, my roommates are doing my unban forms. I usually do these, but they make me really sad. So instead...
That's a problem. Maybe you should go to therapy and get help. That's what you should do.
I'm gonna see how my roommates handle it, and they are in charge. Each of them are going to do in charge.
I've got my
unban forms.
We're gonna get going.
How does a person get banned? If a person gets banned in your chat for saying these things, if that's so bad that they have to get banned from your chat, maybe you should just stop streaming. Or, better yet, join people join racist streamers. I mean, you already went racist streamer, but why don't we bring you to the kiwi farms? Just put you on there. I think that's where you belong after looking at this.
Cracking with Philip. Part of me wants to ban purely off being named Philip. I haven't read anything yet, but I will do my best to not show my biases.
DSP Gaming is more respectable than you. And that's a low.
So let's see. This person is saying women have it so hard. Me. There are other... Okay, so this person's just Reddit pilled. Yeah, that's a big deny. Incel. Damn, this...
And you have a problem with that. You look like a homosexual. Look at that. You look like You look like your ancestors went on a 1942 train ride.
This is so easy. How does anyone struggle with this?
This is a cutie herself click. You love to see these ones. Ludwig barely ever bans. So this isn't quite as rare as, like, say, a Ludwig head click, but you still love to see it because it means they stopped what they were doing and they said, no, I don't ever want to talk to you again. Michaela, who was on the Housewives podcast, right, got kicked out after the argument with Milena, and then Cutie banned her. Another thing you look for when you're like, all right, I might unban this person is it worth the unban? Do they contribute a lot to chat? Cutie looks terrified XD. She's like, I'm never.
Yeah, but she's a bitch. And that's pretty much that. In fact, I would say it's the end of this video. I've covered all that we need to cover. For this video, at least. There's a lot more to cover on her. Because she has problems. And don't think you can hide forever. We're coming for you. We can see you in the dark, in the light. In your pockers' houses, hiding. And talking garbage. We'll come for you. I'm just joking. But imagine that was a real thing.